start it again. So.
All right.
It's just gonna take a few goes. So
Yeah.
This is fine.
Okay. So, tell me about the day that you thought you saw Banksy.
Well, that was doing his New York City residency in October 2013. Since I retired in 2012, I have free time to follow, Banksy any place that he goes. And I tried to go to 2 or 3 locations that were closest to me. One of them was the 2 pieces underneath the High Line that he did with the Brazilian artist. And that was day 18. I was down there with my son, and once I got there, I was able to get there before it even opened up. So but the gates are down, and there's a lot of people there, and they're looking at the page. So I'm super excited because I'm like, these aren't going to stay here that long. So then everybody's waiting for the gate to go in. So I started taking photos with my iPhone, and then I see this guy standing across the street. I'm just like, nah. And in my head, so then I just said, that could be Banksy. So I real low to my son. So I just started snapping photos because he's the only one across the street, and the angle that he's pointing directly at the paintings. Everybody else this was the first day. I got this from the internet. It was day 18. But the photos that I took were I'll show them to you now. I start snapping photos of the guy. I just said, let me take as many photos as I can. So I walk up to him, I start taking photos. And I'm literally walking up to him with an iPhone. So I'm pretty close. It's not a camera. And he doesn't flinch. He just keeps filming. And I'm like, all right. And so I'm like, I'm gonna do my thing, and then I got closer, and I snapped a few. I snapped them from behind, and to try to see what he was filming in his camera, but I couldn't get. But I got a pretty clear shot of him. And this is just a zoom of one of the photos. And the guy looks like to me like he's just super concentrated. He didn't flinch. He didn't turn towards me at any time to tell me stop filming me. So I kept photographing. I took a couple of shots, and then I was approached by an old friend from the Westchester DA's office. We started, talking, and so I didn't get a chance to follow this guy. But me and my son spoke about it, and we both said, "Wow, we think that's him."
So what made you so sure that it was this guy rather than anyone else in the crowd?
Well, he was the only one across the street. He was standing by himself. And he was filming. He didn't walk in when the gates opened up. He was just filming. So it's just weird. Everybody's there to see Banksy, so am I. And once those gates opened, everybody went in. Everybody went to the jug of wine and got a glass of wine. I had a Dixie cup. I saved it. It's around here somewhere. But the guy never moved. So I just felt this might be him. And then that was it. And then fast forward to now. Oh, the pictures stayed on my phone till recently. Where I just came across these photos after I heard about the video of the girl with the balloon, the painting being shredded. And so at that point, I thought it was cool, and I've been gathering, Banksy's stuff for years. And then I saw that the print while I was looking for the pictures for my Instagram. I was looking for certain pictures. I went to Wynwood in 2014, and I got a picture with Von English, Shepard Fairey, and Tricity, which I follow. I love those guys' work. So then, while I was looking for that photo, I came across the photos from the High Line, and then I saw the photos of the guy that I believe could be Banksy. So I started looking at the photos, and I started comparing the photos of the hand. Since now seeing Exit through the gift shop a few times, everybody concentrates on his face, but he didn't hide his hands. So with my training from the NYPD, he can't change that. And he even had paint on his fingernails. And one of the paintings is black, has a lot of black paint. And even he mentions it, stenciling is very messy. And that was fresh. I can tell, I went real close to it, and I can tell it's wet paint. It's still curing the paint. I've been painting since I was little. So now I'm super excited. So I start Exit through the gift shop, and I start recording the hands with my phone. And then I would email my phone to my computer, and then crop it, and then zoom in into different areas. Then I went to the pest control. I was able to get footage from his pest control where he was in Central Park doing a sketch. Again, he's hiding his face. So this is the photo from his pest control, and this is his right hand. There's several photos online where that photo is inverted, but it's the same photo. So this one from his website looks like it's the right, so that's his right hand.
In the NYPD, as a detective, did you use people's hands to identify them if they were wearing disguises?
Yeah, after we locked them up, we took their gloves off and we printed them. That's the only way to identify, somebody by their. But there's other features that can't be changed. But you can't lock somebody up. I couldn't lock somebody up for that. But you keep investigating. You keep looking for more evidence till you get what you need. So anyway, this is a zoom of the hands. I zoomed in, and these hands are very similar to the ones that I snapped under the highlight. I took a few angles, close-ups. Remember, everybody's looking for his face, and I'm just concentrating on his hands. I'm sure he's, And then these are some stills from the exit through the gift shop. I concentrated on the hands. I stopped it at several locations. And
what similarities did you see between the hands?
Well, on this one, the knuckle it looks like an artist's hand that's been all over the world doing, rubbing it up against concrete. So there's a thumb, the right thumb, on the guy that's holding the photo. It's almost like the joints are very swollen or bruised over, it could be over years, it could be from painting. That's what I, thought when I started reviewing the photos. They match a lot of the stills that I was able to get from exit to the gift shop. And I figured I go to the source, I go to his video, you put it out, and then these are this is another still. This one, remember there's a lot, they all look similar, but they're all different. This one, his thumb, again, you can see, I'm not looking at the photo as I'm touching it, so I may be touching over here, but this knuckle, this shape, this knuckle is long. I'm trying to match this knuckle now to the Sotheby's video, and I'm doing pretty good with it. And the shredding video, it's pretty short, so the angles are what they are, so did he do it purposely? I don't know. Is it him in the shredding video? I have some photos that I'm still working on that show that, it could be him, but I'm almost positive that the guy in the highline is him, with everything that I was able to put together. I haven't seen these photos. They were on my phone for years.
We need another camera.